Hey, what's up, y'all? Story time again. I've been putting it off for about a little over a month. I've been trying to get to this, but y'all know how busy I am. Got my dailies, got my artistic videos, all the craziness. Y'all know what it is. But I just a few things that I want to cover. By the way, I'm in a pretty. It's supposed to be a bit secluded, this area that I'm in. I was going to go further down, where it wouldn't be as bad, the traffic and everything. But I see a basketball court over there, and I might take a couple shots. Y'all know me when I see a basketball court. The baseball court's over there. It's almost 3 though. The kids will be getting out soon. So let's get started though. This first thing that I want to cover. Y'all know I like to share with y'all. I like to show y'all how this thing works. The magic, the Satanism, the mind reading, the predicting, the knowing that all my moves, every move, watch me from 24/7. I like to share all of that with y'all. Now, last week sometime, I don't know what president I was. It had something to do with presidents or something. Probably the presidential election or whatever. And I started reflecting back on presidents. And I landed on Carter. So I said, I wonder what's going on with Carter. You don't hear anything about Carter. Let me look him up. And so I did, and I found that he was going to be 100 soon. And so like the next day, like to let me know that we know everything you're doing. So like the next day or so, they sent me his 100th birthday. And they're pushing him across the field or something. He looked, I don't know how you could say he's celebrating his 100th birthday. He did not look like he was celebrating. He looked like he was in a coma or comatose or something in his wheelchair. But that's how they say that he's celebrating his 100th birthday. But I just like to show y'all stuff. I forgot about it until yesterday. Charlie Mack put up a picture where he took a picture with President Carter at some time in the past. And that was funny to me because the day before, Sissy Houston died, Whitney Houston's mom. He put up a picture with, prior to that, Mutombo, with Kobe Bryant's dad who just passed. And maybe James or he's been putting pictures up of who's been dying lately. So when I saw Sissy Houston had died a couple days ago, I said, oh my goodness, is Charlie Mack gonna put a picture up with Sissy as a joke to myself? Everything's to myself, but this demon or whatever hears it or knows it. So the next day, he puts up a picture with Carter. I know what it's about. I'm like to share with y'all. It's because I looked up Carter a day or two prior. So I'll put all this up. I just like to share with y'all and show y'all. Let me keep moving. Umar Johnson, and I keep telling y'all, they put these people out there. They first of all of them are paid. When you're in the it's not even 6 figures. You know, I tell y'all every day, FedEx, UPS, all these people, mail trucks. If you want to keep your job, you have to deal with this, be about this satanic cult. Amazon, if you want to keep your job. So imagine getting paid by them for millions. I ain't even gonna talk about billions. but the millions, or a million, or whatever. You really got to go out for them. Do what they say. Everybody that I would look at and follow a little bit, they get wind of it, and they have to respond accordingly. To let me know, we know you're right here watching. I know you're right here watching. And so, Umar Johnson, they send him stuff that he sends me messages constantly. They send them to my social media constantly with messages, constantly. I ignore it. I keep it moving until this one. My mother's granddaughter, Barbara Nana Wilson, her oldest daughter, my mother's oldest daughter, her daughter, Barbara. They're all witches. All her daughters, granddaughters are witches, all of them. Barbara, the granddaughter, lived in Hell, Michigan. And I've been wanting to share, I didn't know how to bring it up, but I've been wanting to share that with y'all. She lived in Hell, Michigan. I went by her Facebook page, saw her. So I had to Snapchat. I gotta show my people this. Hell, Michigan, how dedicated are you to this Satanism that you find a city called Hell? So they know everything I'm doing and thinking, whatever. So she hurried up and got rid of it. So now she got some kind of, I don't know, Pontiac, Michigan or something like that. So I couldn't find the Hell, Michigan. I knew I screenshot it. So I'm saying they got rid of it. They're making sure I don't come out with this story and tell it and all of this stuff. So I couldn't find it. So they send Umar Johnson again to my page. He's talking about Hell, Michigan. And he lets me know what they're doing right now. They let me know when gestures are for me by doing the, y'all see it all over the place. The praying hands thing. It's real. Sometimes it's real quick, but you got to catch it. And I'll show you. Trust me, I got it. They're all doing the praying hands thing. Well, that's what he did to let me know. And then he segues into the Hell, Michigan fictitious. He's got to have a reason to bring it up. This story, some of it is kind of, I mean, I guess you can take what you can with it, from a grain of salt from it. But the mission was to bring up the Hell, Michigan. And I'll add that. I mean, I'll show you that. But this is the type of stuff that they do. To let me know we know everything you're thinking and talking about. Let me keep moving. This Whitlock, Jason Whitlock. I am going to do something on the feminization of the black male in America. I've been sitting on it for over 2 years, putting it together. But I incorporated him in it at the time. This was almost 2 years ago. At the time, he was almost 400 pounds. They made him lose weight. He's trying to mimic. Because I was listening to some of what he was saying and following him, they made sure I have to know that they know that I'm listening and watching and following him a little bit. So they put him on a diet. Y'all know my big thing. Take the gray out of the hair. That was the other big thing. The weight is the main thing. They put him on a diet. They made him take the weight out, the dyes out of his hair. Put him on a diet, made him take the dyes out of his hair. Made him take his earring out of his ear. They told him these are all things that D. Wesley Horn preaches against. So if you're going to act like you have a truth TV like him, you got to start trying to look the part. He tried to call himself a Christian. I mean, they really transformed this guy. I'll show you what y'all call it, podcast, whatever station that he had prior to them changing him to this. They still on my stuff, and they wanted me to know they still on this theme too. So they changed. He don't even have the old podcast. I'm gonna show you a picture of it, what his old podcast was, just a year prior to them giving him this podcast. But he had to lose the weight, get the dyes out of his hair, take the earring out of his hair, and I want y'all to hear, because I brought it up. I said, you're gonna act like me. This was like a day prior. If you're going to try to be like me and act like me, first of all, you're calling yourself a Christian, and you're talking about, and they got him talking at the time, talking about the feminization of black men, all this sort of stuff. I told him, first of all, get the earring out your ear. They hear all this. They hear, just like they're getting this right now live. They hear everything. So he gives a little spiel of how, I like to hear how they, when I confront them with stuff, I like to hear how they refute it. I mean, how they come up with why they did what they did. And he tries to give you a reason of why he took the earring out. The next day, I told y'all how I told John, keep forgetting his last name, the one who was on Stephen Colbert, the music guy. They would hug every day, every night. One day I said, the hugging stops today. The hugging stops today. You do not need validation by hugging a white guy. Right after that. I mean, immediately after that. It was the fist bump from then on. It was so uncomfortable, he left the show within 2 months after that. But he had to stop it. They immediately react to what I say, respond to what I say. I just did Good Deeds for y'all with Tyler Perry. I told y'all how he incorporated Albie's favorite song in it. Not the favorite song he would sing, time after time. He had to tell how he got it in the movie. I told y'all about Moonlight with Barry Jenkins. Albie's favorite song in jail, Hello Stranger. He had to try to explain how he incorporated it in the movie. So they have to respond, but they have to try to, I like to hear how they lie and put their own spin on it. But they have to respond. Anyway, so I'm going to play, but I'm gonna play the reason he gives why he took the earring. I'm gonna show you how fat he was and how he tried to lose the weight. If you're going to have any dealings with me, whether subliminal, direct, indirect, that God is going to have to come. You're going to have to answer to that God, to an almighty God. It looks much better with the weight loss, with the earring out, with the dye out of his hair. And they even gave him an Asian gesture. He's got an Asian gesture guy where he has banter on the show with. I mean, they really hooked him up. You're going to be this D. Wesley Horn. You're going to send the messages to him. And there's so much stuff. This is more tangible. This is the most tangible. So I use this. But they got him doing all kind of stuff. When I used to watch it, all kind of stuff. Y'all should see the school buses going back and forth. And the witches with dogs. But at least I'm staying focused. I usually turn this thing around. At least I'm staying focused. Yeah, he's got the Asian gesture. Took the earring out, lost the weight, took the dye out of his hair. I had to get that one off my chest. It's 2 years. 2 years that one's been there. But it's way more than just this. They use him when I used to watch it. So I'm glad I kind of know why. I don't watch it anymore. But I did have to get this because I ran across it. I said, let me, because I thought I lost it. I thought they steal stuff all the time. I thought I lost the hell, Michigan. Happened to run across it looking for stuff. So I said, I got to tell him. I got to show him. And he does the praying, Umar does the praying hands. Hell, Michigan. To let me know. We know everything you're thinking and doing and think you're going to do, thinking about doing. We know everything you're going to do. With the praying hands. And then the hell Michigan comes up. So I said, oh, okay, I got it. But they let me know everything. We know everything. You can't move without us knowing. This one says gay water bottle. I went to the dollar store. I'm getting an alert right now. I'm not going to click it because I can't show y'all when I do it anyway. That's the alert for the gay water bottle. That's them confirming that it's the gay water bottle. I went to the dollar store. They get all this loud. I just like to show y'all. Usually I would jump in and click it and then show you where it clicked and me in the picture. I'm not doing that. For one, it might stop it. It hasn't lately, but it might stop the video. Cleaning my bathroom. The bleach bottle, the nozzle wouldn't spray. It wasn't sucking up the bleach or whatever. So I went to the dollar store and bought, a spray bottle. And then I could fill it up with the water and the bleach or whatever. And I could, you could spray now. Well, the next day, they send to my social media the gay guy with the water bottle. And he's showing how he does the bathrooms when he goes to the hotel. I'm going to show y'all that. I'm not going to get all into it. This is quicker than I thought it was going to be. I was so worried about getting through this thing. The last thing, my chat. Well, sometimes I like to, one year I did, a couple years ago. I put up a before and after. I like to compare and show y'all. Be taking care of yourself. And where I came from. I'm going to show y'all. Matter of fact, I'll add it to this. I'm going to have to write that down. I'm going to add it to this. I'm going to put what my body looked like after they voodoo stroked me and tried to encourage me, or should I say discourage me, from working out. There's another scuba. From working out and, it's day old. You better not. Oh no. They're scratching my throat now. Y'all should be used to that one. Yeah, I mean, they had an old exterminator when they used to play the exterminator game. Come to my apartment and I said, let me move the couch so you can get behind it. Oh no, don't touch that, don't touch. I mean, they tried to have me thinking, oh man, this must be bad. It must be bad because they tried to, like they did Marvin, 2 heart surgeries. That's why I talk to y'all about the voodoo in the medical field all the time. All the time. And get the numbers up. I just put one up. Get the numbers up before I put the next one up. They get juicier and juicier. Y'all only robbing yourself. I'll find another audience that wants to hear it. Get the numbers up. He was trying to discourage me to move my couch, to make me feel like it was that bad. Your heart is going to burst. Y'all have to keep going and looking. I talked to a doctor who was like, what? I ain't going that far. They got to play the game. But if you find a decent doctor, I'm not going that far. You're hard. But this is what they can do, and this is what they will do. I'm a strong proponent for you better get a second, third, fourth opinion when you're dealing with these hospitals and doctors. These cults are everywhere. But I'm gonna put the picture up. How my body had got. Not doing nothing. My body ain't used to that. So, when they know you're not used to that kind of lifestyle, something like that could depress you as well, become mental illness, or mess with your mental health. Because that's part of your lifestyle, working out all the time. So, my point here was, I put a before and after picture up. When I was 27. Now I'm 50, 30 years later, 57. And you see if you take care of yourself. That was my thing. Plus it was also coming from that how bad I let it get. Because they told me don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. They're trying to weaken you. So when they hit you, there's no coming back from it. So they try to weaken you. The only thing they had allowed me to sell when I was trying to sell my stuff and getting stuff out of my storage was my weight set. That's the only thing they would allow anybody to buy off. My weight set. Get that from me. They try to weaken you. They closed down 3 gyms. 3 gyms from me. I got to travel now to go to the gym. And then when I get there, I got to deal with all the craziness. Get the gangster stalkers, they spit in the pool, snot in the pool. All kind of stuff. Morbidly obese, all kind of stuff to keep me out of the water. Basketball, y'all ain't allowed to play with. He can't play. He can't, play. All kind of stuff they do. Discouraging. They want you to be discouraged from the gym. I'm getting a little deeper with that. But this is because I got time. I didn't know I thought this was gonna take a minute. But I'm sharing some other things with y'all. Again, get the numbers up I'll repost it again. But get the numbers up for the voodoo in the medical field. This is the 7th edition. And we can build on this thing because it gets juicier and juicier. And I done shared some stuff with y'all. So y'all say, how much juicier can it get? You done already and listen. Get the numbers up. But yeah, so the point I'm gonna put the pictures up to show you. To show you that the pictures. Feeling good about myself, giving praise to the Lord for sustaining me like that. 60 years now. And what they did, that's why you got to watch who's around you, who's jealous, envious. Yeah, it's humiliation, sacrifice. But it's still envy. It's got to be envy and jealousy too. Mary's daughter, Tangela, is the ghostwriter of all my stuff. They're all ghostwriting my stuff. Tangela Crockett was the spearhead. Jealousy is something, man. Those that can, the only ones that can, that are extremely jealous of you, envious of you, and that can sacrifice you are those that are closest to you. They can't sacrifice a stranger. That's no sacrifice. They can't sacrifice their co-worker or whatever. But that's no real sacrifice. Best friend, cousin, neighbor, mother, family. Y'all heard the stories in Hollywood. Y'all know the sacrifices. The suicides, the homosexuality, the families, the whole families, or mothers, or children. All of that stuff, they have to get somebody close. And they ain't jealous of nobody way over there. They jealous of somebody right here. You know, one of the biggest, I used to post it for y'all. I'll find it again and do it again. One of their biggest messages that they would send me is, we ain't going to let you get big. Something. I'll post it for y'all. I'll find it. We ain't going to let you get big. And we can't, something, I'll post it. Y'all know how to put stuff up. I'll post it. But what they did, to my point in all of that, what they did was put a blemish on my chest, my torso. I show y'all my torso. I show it when I was 27. I show it to you when 57. Show it to you 60. Now, and that's why I've been telling you I've been going to the dermatologist. They put a pimple on it, and I tried to bust it or whatever, and then it started spreading. So that's what they wanted. That's the jealousy again. That's the jealousy. That's that we know what you're looking at. We know what's going on. I do my teeth every day, every night. You know, I put my guards in, and they mysteriously got the ghost or whatever to make my retainer disappear. I mean, it's jealousy, man. It's big time jealousy. I can get into all of that, man. But I covered what I wanted to cover. I covered Carter as the president. Carter Umar Johnson, they use him. Y'all better watch who y'all listening to. Y'all can take take tidbits from it. Because they got to tell some stuff to sound like, to draw you in. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, they do treat us like that. They got to do that stuff. And they have to remind us of the powers to be and what they can do. They get paid for that. Umar Johnson gets paid for all of that. Whitlock gets paid for that. They get paid for all of this. And there's a whole bunch of other ones. I ain't naming them names. But they get paid for this. Go look at their, I might even put that up, what their incomes are. When you're in near that $1 million bracket, whatever, you're doing what you're told to do. Oprah put something up the other day. They sent me something that she said. Don't believe everything. Fathers are there for their children, and black fathers are there. Yeah, some of them are, but if we're gonna tell the truth, you're separating us from our sons and children and daughters. Tell the truth. Only reason she put that up is because I just put up preachers, what do you preach? Fathers and sons, and how they keep us away from our children. I put it up for last Sunday's Sunday Word. Y'all watch it, half of it on Facebook, but you're scared to go on YouTube and see the whole thing. How do you not want to see the whole thing? I don't even have that many friends on Facebook that come see my stuff. Not friends. I don't know what to call y'all. I don't even have that many folks come to my stuff on Facebook and look. But it was more than YouTube. The whole thing is on YouTube. How do you not want to see the whole thing? It ain't even that long, but it's poignant. Y'all taking me somewhere different, man. Because the fear is disgusting. This is knowledge, man. Boy, I don't even like using that word man no more. Yeah, they put a blemish. So I've been going to a dermatologist for it. I believe wholeheartedly that the dermatologist could have got it. I went 2 or 3 times already. Something they could have injected the first time. They got a slow walk. I don't even know if they... I'm a gangster stalk victim. But I'll share everything with you. And that's it. I mean, y'all know when I get to talking, it's always going to take some kind of turn. And I was very disappointed. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it up again this Sunday. I put the whole thing on Facebook because y'all need to hear the whole message. They shut my throat down the Sunday prior, so I wouldn't deliver it. I told y'all that. And you still don't want to hear the whole message? I'm out.
Largest, because when they come for all of us. Second largest city in America is Chicago, Illinois. It was founded by a black man, Jean Baptiste Swing. If a black man can found the second largest city in America with almost nothing, what excuse do we have today? Why do we have to start big? Let me give you an example. Let's say we do go buy Hell, Michigan, or any of these 20 cities for selling America. Who says we got to have 1,000 people in the start? You need a few teachers. You need a few firemen. You need a few police. You can start that city with 35 people and grow it slowly at a time. Let nobody in unless they're willing to invest in it. It's all great things starting small.
They have to be super, super intentional, though.
If we do not get intentional about our survival, we will be exterminated. The Honorable Marcus Garvey said it. Any people who depends upon another for their survival sooner or later dies. Garvey said, if the black man and woman are not careful, we will drink in all the poison of Western civilization and die from the effects of it. We can't afford to live in our own world because when they come for all of us. Second,
it's embarrassing. But anyway, I'm gonna get to let's roll out to North Carolina. Bring Shamika Michelle into the conversation. Shamika, welcome back to the show. Am I being too hard on Cam Newton and these modern athletes? I can remember when I first got my ear pierced because I thought it was a cool thing. And then I remember getting old just within the last year or two and saying, you know what, I got this feminization of men has gone so far, I don't want nothing to do with it. But do you see the same thing I'm seeing? Like, these guys all want to act like women and be BFF with all their girlfriends.
Jason, you hit the nail on the head. You are absolutely right. Black men have adopted so much of their being from women. I was actually in the nail salon on Friday with my daughter because she had senior prom, and I had this male suitor who decided, to text me, and he asked what I was doing. I said, I'm in the nail salon with my daughter. She has prom tonight. He responded, that sounds like fun. I got my feet done yesterday.
Female insider. So you're a trailblazer.
Thank you.
OG.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get a lot of. I don't think you get your flowers while you can.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But if it wasn't for Josina, it would be a lot of you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you know, the last time I saw you, we were in Paris. Yeah, we did Fashion Week. And you were in your entire splendor there, doing you, both of us doing us always, without fear, without fear, dressed and being our total selves. So we're in equal company.
Yeah. So I just close your eyes and just you're a wannabe NFL quarterback. You play a hyper masculine game. You want back in the league, and you're chit-chatting with Josina Anderson about a fashion week in Paris. I mean, this is beauty shop conversation, man. What are we doing? I mean, I get it that we like to flirt, we like to mingle with female sideline Barbies. And Josina Anderson actually broke news and was a legitimate NFL reporter. But Josina Anderson is also someone that has used her sexuality to get and I can't knock them all. Most of them do it, and I can't knock them. If I was a woman, I'd do the same thing. But this is what you're doing, Kim. You're sitting around with Josina Anderson, talking about Fashion Week in Paris, and I just don't know how we got here, man. What is going on with us? Pro athletes, particularly black jocks, they dress outrageously and use their stadium and arena entrances to walk the runway as models. It's all supposed to be cool and hip. It's feminine. They've adopted the personalities of women. From NBA star Ja Morant to NFL star DK Metcalf, black jocks spend an abnormal amount of time coloring their hair. If Cam Newton were still in his playing prime, NFL teams would deal with his desire to be a fashion icon and hair model. But as a backup quarterback, no NFL team wants to deal with the distraction of Cam's childlike feminized identity. No coach wants Cam influencing their starting quarterback to waste time on fashion, dreadlocks, and cornrows. Cam should have played tight end in the NFL. His personality quirks would be accepted. Tight ends are not leaders. They're baby wide receivers, divas in training. The quarterback position is for leaders. Despite all the efforts to emasculate football, the game is still hyper-masculine. It's counterproductive to inject a feminized leader with a victim mentality into the quarterback room. Cam is out of the league for the same reason as Colin Kaepernick. Diminished skills made teams reluctant to deal with the victim mindset and obsession with looks and branding. Cam should quit conducting interviews with reporters who will tell him he's a victim. Makes him look weak. He behaves like someone who folds at the first sign of resistance. The 2015 NFL MVP Cam Newton and the 2010 national champion Cam Newton, the clean-cut Cams, were resilient warriors who fought through adversity and criticism. They were super Cam. Unfortunately, Newton pivoted to supermodel Cam. He succumbed to the matriarchal culture promoted across social media. Nobody wants a transgender quarterback. Josina Anderson won't tell Cam that. Only a man will tell Cam the truth. Real men, unfortunately, are in short supply.
So here's the spray bottle. Bought this spray bottle when this wouldn't spray the nozzle in it won't work. So I bought a spray bottle. And I'm going to show you what the video they sent me the next day. This was literally about the next day. I tell you, I was no more than 2 days when they send their message, that they get up, they know everything that I'm doing. So this was literally, I believe, the next day, no more than 2 days. It's never no more than 2 days when they send a message that we know everything that you're doing. And this one was them sending an LGBTQ threat gesture. Take a look.
I get the bleach, okay? I get the bleach. The thing I do when I get to a hotel, I take my Vaseline out, okay? This is very fucking important. Can't tell y'all what I do. Then I get the bleach, okay? I get the bleach.